Government plays a large part in our daily lives. We drink fresh water, we breathe clean air, and we eat safe food, thanks to government-run agencies and programs such as the FDA or the EPA. However, some of these agencies and programs have been given powers that can be and have been abused. These abuses not only impact the public perception of that particular agency or program, but also public perception of the government in general. Today, I'd like to tell you about one such incident, my family's struggle with soil and water. For background information, the Soil and Water Conservation Department, or Soil and Water as I'll call it, was created in 1977 under the Department of Agriculture in order to protect and conserve the soil, water, and natural resources of an area. In 2007, the Door County area Soil and Water began to look at the waste management of Door County farms, as it did not want any groundwater contamination due to animal waste. The farms that they looked at included my family's dairy farm, which was in compliance with the rules at the time. Our farm is a small, non-CAFO production with no liquid waste whatsoever. We were, and still are, in complete compliance with all the federal mandates for waste management, as we have over 40 feet of topsoil and enough winter spreadable land. However, Soil and Water did not look at this. They took a blanket approach to all Door County area farms and insisted that we put in a liquid waste treatment facility. One of those facilities, which produces large amounts of ammonia in the air, would have been a death sentence for my dad, a severe asthmatic. However, Soil and Water completely ignored his health concerns and began, in his words, an exercise in misinformation before the Corporation Council. The Soil and Water would have inspections of our land, usually without informing us, until we requested that the sheriff be involved whenever they be on our land. Area farms next to us went out of business because they tried to comply with the new rules and couldn't. My family, though, continued to fight, and eventually we let it be known that if Soil and Water persisted in their course of action, they were opening themselves up for a lawsuit. There was a final walkthrough and inspection of our farm, and then we received a registered letter that absolved us from having to put in a liquid waste treatment. However, our three-generation family farm will most likely not go on to a fourth generation with my brothers and I, due to all the strict rules and guidelines that make our farming a thing of the past. When I asked my dad what his opinions were on how Soil and Water handled this, he said that while they had the right intentions, they went about it the wrong way, and that was as bad as doing the wrong thing. In his opinion, Soil and Water very much overstepped their bounds in their course of action, and that his view of government, local government, is that it's a necessary evil but necessary nonetheless, and that with that much power at a local level, it is open for abuse. In my opinion, I was a first grader at the time, so my views of the government weren't well formed. However, I'm not an anarchist, despite the valid points they make. I do, though, feel that government programs and agencies, no matter how well-intentioned or what they promise, is not necessarily the best thing for everyone. A unique case-by-case approach to all people is, in my opinion, better than throwing money at everything. However, those are only my views. I'd love to hear what yours are, and what caused your views of the government to change.